Hey guys, Maki here. So I've gotten a few comments from on my channel and on a few fellow YouTubers' channel. What is this on the side of my face? And if you never noticed it, here, take a nice gander. So this lovely, I don't even cover it up with makeup anymore because I've come to accept it. But I like to call this the galaxy on my face. To answer your questions, this is called Nevus of Ota, and it's a birthmark, and a lot of people have wondered where I got it from, you know, why is it so big, why is it so blue, why is it like a bruise. And if you look up Nevus of Ota, it's very blue, sometimes it's a little purple. Mine is a mix between like purple and blue. Actually, I don't know if you could see it, I have one little blue freckle that matches my eyeliner actually. Yeah, there it is. Boop, boop, right there. My little blue freckle. Anyway, my birthmark comes out of two situations from when I was a kid. Story number one. When I was a young lass of 6 years old, I was a very rough and tumble child. It was summertime, and I was playing at my dad's house. And I was playing with the neighborhood girls, and for some reason we were all spinning around, all I really remember, and I was much shorter than all of them. They were older than me too. I think they were like 8 or 9, but they were all spinning around, and one of the girls, she got dizzy and she bumped into me and her shoulder hit me right here, and I got a black eye. So that's why I have the big one that goes from like the corner of my eye to about here. So like I got a black eye, and of course my mom was very upset because she was like, you know, I got a black eye from playing at my dad's house, and that's never good. So that didn't really go away. It kind of faded a little bit, but it didn't do the normal, you know, bruise type of thing where it starts off black or blue and then it becomes kind of yellowish and then it like goes away. Didn't do that. So then when I was 8, I was at my after school like program type thing, and I was laying down because I had finished my homework and I just wanted to relax, and I was laying down on the carpet and I had my eyes closed and I kept hearing like dun 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 dun, and I was like, what's that? And I opened my eyes and I saw like somebody jump over my head, and I was like, that's kind of weird. And so like as I start to sit up, the kid who, God, I like everything about this kid I remember very vividly. He was on the right side of me, and he is a stupid kid too, same age and everything. But he thought it would be a good idea to continue jumping over my head. Like, none of the teachers stopped him. None of the teachers said, like, don't jump over her head, like, you're gonna step on her. None of that. So, like, he's running towards me, and as I'm sitting up, he thought he could still continue to jump over my head. He thought he could make it as I'm, like, sitting up, and he ended up kicking me with his boots. He had boots on. Kicking me in the side of the head. And of course it gave me another black eye. So that's why it goes all the way up here. And if you've never taken like a really good close look at this is a pretty good example of like, I don't even know if I can like get all of it. I hope so. I'm sorry if it's like not very clear. This is really hard to like film just because of the angle of it. But you know, his boot kicked me in the side. My glasses are so crooked. But his boot kicked me in the side of my head, and like it gave me another black eye. So years and years and years passed, and this just never faded. It like connected eventually, and it just never faded. And my mom, you know, she was like really worried because it had been, God, almost 10 years and it just hadn't faded. And so she took me to the dermatologist, and they're like, yep, it's a birthmark. And she was like, a birthmark that appears after birth. And apparently it can sometimes sit under your skin. I don't really know, like, I don't remember much of the mumbo jumbo they said, but like it can surface through trauma or surface through age, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So that is what this is. It's Nevus of Ota. Now, the reason why I don't cover it up with makeup anymore is because I've come to accept it, and the reason being is I call it my galaxy because it's so many different colors, and it changes like from day to day. Some days it's really dark. Today it's like pretty dark. Today it's pretty like colorful too, actually. It's pretty purple here and blue and green. But, you know, I call it the galaxy on my face because it changes colors. Like some days it'll be very brown, some days it'll be really pale, some days it'll be really blue. So, like, when I was a teenager or maybe young adult, I was very self-conscious about it. Not because, you know, I really ever noticed it on my face. I usually forget that it's on my face. It was because of how many ignorant people would come up to me and assume. Now, it's one thing for somebody to ask like, oh, what happened, if they know me. It's another for a random stranger to come up to me and ask, who hit you? Now, I've had so many people, so many random strangers come up to me and ask me that, thinking they're like being nice and sensitive, and it's just like, who in their right mind, like, why would you ask a stranger this? Like, what if I was like in some domestic like relationship, like domestic abuse kind of relationship? Like, what if this was like a sensitive like topic for me? Like, you're just asking some random person. I'm just gonna let go of all that. But I've come to accept this as like a part of me. I thought about removing it and getting it lasered off, but I like my freckles too, and if I got this lasered, I would be losing all of the freckles that like are scattered across my face. So it's like this is like me. This is a part of me. Like, I've grown up with this. It's just who I am now, and I've come to accept it. And, you know, now that I'm in Japan, nobody ever asked me about it. Like, I've seen so many other people here that have this. Like, they might have a smaller version of it, or theirs might go up to, like, their forehead here. Like, they'll have it all the way here. Some people will have it just here. It's very comforting to see other people with, like, Nevus of Ota, because in America, I never saw anybody with this. I was the only person. But yeah, if you've ever wanted to know, now you know. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The next one is a very important one, so I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I will see you in the next video, and thanks a lot. Bye!